city. We built this city on rock and roll. Built this city. We built this city on rock and roll.
Hi everyone, Tiffany here. I've been part of Fizzy Pop for 10 years now, which is so hard to believe.
And I'm Chelsea, and I'm the newest member of Fizzy Pop.
On this massive milestone for us, we wanted to take the time to tell you a little bit about Fizzy Pop, from where we came from and the people involved. Did you know that the Adelaide version of Fizzy Pop is actually the second incarnation of this band?
That's right, Tiff. Fizzy Pop was initially formed in Canberra in 1999. Our guitarist Jamie put that band together, and although they only performed for 2 years, they rapidly became one of the most sought-after bands on the circuit. Unlike the current Fizzy Pop, along with Margie and Amy on vocals, they had a male singer too, Adam.
The name Fizzy Pop came about quite accidentally and at the last minute. The guys were looking for a name that was easy to recall so that it could be remembered the next day if you had one too many drinks at the show. If you didn't remember the exact name, it had to be recognisable enough that if you saw it in the gig guide again, you would know it. And most importantly, it had to describe what the show was about: fun, cheesy, popular music.
Jamie was pretty set on having the word pop in the name, and it was Margaret, one of the original singers, who suggested using a word like fizz. 2 days before the promotional material for the launch show was due to be printed, the band agreed on the name Fizzy Pop.
But what you can tell by the way you use my walk, I'm a woman's man, no time to talk. A music loud and women.
Our guitarist Jamie left Canberra and moved back home to Adelaide. In 2006, he started the process of putting a band back together. Usually you wait for a whole band to get together before you come up with a name. Jamie decided that the name Fizzy Pop had worked so well in Canberra, why not use it again? So when he began advertising for performers, he advertised the band name as Fizzy Pop.
There were 2 people that were approached directly to be part of Fizzy Pop. Andrew was the drummer in a band that Jamie played in when he was 16. This band was called Punch Your Grandma. Andrew and Jamie had remained great friends over those years, and given that Andy was one of the best drummers he had ever worked with, he was offered the job outright. Jessie is Jamie's cousin and was only 16 at the time, but already had a fantastic voice and personality to boot. Jessie, not quite knowing what she was getting into, jumped at the chance to sing with Fizzy Pop.
We needed a keyboard player, and they are hard to come by. Fortunately, we had a lead for a fantastic player, Jamie. Yep, another Jamie. When contacted, he said, "Well, I'm not really looking for a band, but if I was, this is exactly what I would be looking for." He met with Andy, Jamie and Jess, played a few songs and was sold. Jamie came to be affectionately known as Spirit Fingers, or just Spirit.
The guys auditioned several bass players, but there was one who stood out from all of them. Not only was he an awesome player, but he was fun to be around and demonstrated that he was a really reliable person.
One of my friends actually saw the ad online and sent it to me. This was just the sort of thing I was looking for, and before I knew it, I was auditioning for the band. This was the first time I met these guys. Little was I to know the friendships I'd make with them, and that would be part of each other's lives for the next 10 years.
The vision was for 3 singers, 2 girls and 1 male. We were having no luck finding a male singer, but Jim had introduced us to his sister Gabrielle, an outgoing, energetic singer. It was then decided to run with 3 females and abandon the idea of a male singer, and Gabe joined the band.
The original lineup was set and we were ready to take over the world. We rehearsed for 6 months. During this time we had costumes made, we produced the artwork for the band. We call this lovely lady Shaniqua. We even made our first corporate video. And we prepared to put up our first show in July 2007. This was a show that we funded ourselves and invited our friends and industry reps along to. In hindsight, we were pretty rough, but it was a pivotal moment for the life of Fizzy Pop. We had begun. Here is some video from that very first show.
Very well.
You're the best in the world,
I can tell. Here we go. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake your booty. Shake your booty. Oh, shake, shake, shake.
shake, shake, shake your booty.
So everyone had seen way too many bands where the band was playing songs that they wanted to play rather than the songs that the audience want to hear. So I guess the mantra of Fizzy Pop was all about can people dance to it? You know, maybe it could be a little bit cheesy sometimes, but people love cheesy. And also they should be able to know the chorus so they can sing along, or, you know, maybe they might be a little bit embarrassed that they do know that song.
We also said if you had nothing to look at on stage, we may as well be a DJ. So we've incorporated costumes, choreography and dance routines, as well as audience participation. With this formula, we were soon playing 5 or 6 shows a month and being invited to corporate events. One of the biggest events we've done is Carols by Candlelight.
And there was 37,000 people there. I think it's really easy to underestimate the sheer effort that goes into rounding up 9 people for rehearsals, gigs, you name it. It's also really important to remember that, you know, no one's doing the Fizzy Pop thing full time, and everyone, you know, tends to have full-time jobs, and, you know, things change, and that means that some people move on to other things.
With each person that needed to move on, obviously it was sad and a challenge, but it gave us the opportunity to work with some fantastic new musicians. When Gabe moved on, we met a brilliant singer called Natalie who stepped into her shoes. Jim took a break from Fizzy Pop to concentrate on his originals band. We met a truly gifted player called Nigel who joined the Fizzy family. Jim still played shows with us from time to time. Unfortunately, Natalie was struggling to find the time required for all the Fizzy Pop commitments and needed to retire after only 12 months. We met our friend Rachel, a talented singer and performer who stepped into the role. Around the same time we met Rachel, we also met Megan, a girl with a beautiful personality and a voice to boot. When Jessie needed some time to concentrate on her university studies, Megan stepped in.
When Spirit Fingers needed to retire, the search was on for a new keyboard player. Amazingly, Trudy found Fizzy Pop. She is a truly talented keyboard and saxophone player who endeared herself to everyone in Fizzy Pop immediately. She quickly earned the name Lady Buckets. Ask her where that came from. When Nigel needed to move on, we were in a difficult position of finding another bass player. After a false start with someone who just wasn't the right fit for the band, we were super excited to hear that Jim was once again available to join Fizzy Pop full time.
Just as we had our best lineup yet and we were sounding better than ever, I threw a spanner in the works when I became pregnant and I needed some time off. Things compounded for Fizzy Pop from there. Not only were they trying to find a replacement singer, but the demand for a large band was dwindling. Venues were stopping live music, and the shows were drying up. We were all feeling the pressure and made the difficult decision to stop performing. But we went out on a bang with an awesome farewell show. Some of us went on to play with other acts in Adelaide, and some of us just took a break and enjoyed time being able to do something different on the weekend. We realised that it had snuck up on us a little bit. Something that we did for fun had become less and less fun and more stressful. We needed a break.
Despite not playing together, the guys and girls of Fizzy Pop remained friends, but it felt like there was a hole in their lives. They had become so used to getting together at shows and rehearsals that they missed the camaraderie. After a break of around 3 years, Fizzy Pop decided that they would start performing together, but this time they would do things different.
Instead of the gruelling schedule of playing 40 to 50 shows a year, we would only play 10 to 15 times each year. When Rachel was unable to commit due to work and travel arrangements, we decided to run with just 2 singers this time, but we would introduce dancers as part of the show.
Molly, Courtney and Kimberly became our pop stars and made their debut at our Reloaded show in support of our friends at the Variety Club. Justine and Francis became pop stars shortly after. Just recently, Kira and Carla have joined Fizzy Pop.
In April 2017, we farewelled Megan at her final show with Fizzy Pop. It was a sad occasion for all of us, but countered by the fact we had met this lovely lady here, Chelsea. We auditioned many fantastic singers for the role, but none were quite right. About 1 minute into Chelsea's first song in her audition, we knew that she had sheer talent. After 5 minutes of talking to her, we could see that she shared our same values and sense of humour. She is an absolute perfect fit for Fizzy Pop.
Hi, I'm Jamie. Here we are after 10 years with Fizzy Pop. I've been very privileged to be part of this. It's really hard to understand how much work goes into running a band like this, and some people just see that part of it. But it's also very hard to explain to somebody why it's great being part of a band like this. I love it. I want to say again a big thank you to everyone for supporting us over the years. It's been fantastic. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Trudy, keys player in Fizzy Pop. Thank you guys for supporting us. We just have so much fun playing together, and we would not be having this much fun if you guys weren't with us making it happen. Thanks guys.
Fizzy Pop, a lot of fun. They're a great bunch of guys. We have a lot of fun playing for all you guys who come and see us, and we really do appreciate the support we get. We're fortunate in that it works so well on stage and it works so well off stage. We really do enjoy it, and of course we get more of a kick out of it when we see you guys all enjoying it too. I was with Fizzy Pop when we started 10 years ago, and we're very well looked after by all the guys in the band, all the wonderful singers we've had, and there's a reason why I've come back. There's a reason why I like to play with these guys.
Hi guys, my name's Andrew Kitchen. I'm the drummer in Fizzy Pop. In my time as a player, I've had the luxury of being in many and varied situations and bands, but this Fizzy Pop has been the most fun. Great people, really fun dance music, and I'd like to thank you all for your support over the years. If it wasn't for the fans, it just wouldn't have happened. Thanks again.
It's been a long but awesome road. There have been 21 performers that have been part of Fizzy Pop over the last 10 years. Although you won't see them all on stage with us at a show, they are there with us in spirit, and we feel privileged to have had them as part of our journey. Thanks again to everyone who supported Fizzy Pop. We hope you'll still be with us in 20 years.
1, 0.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Fizzy Pop.